face to face.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, man. How you doing? Oh, can I make? Wait a second. Oh, I can. Well, I'd like to let me move you to a panelist so then I can see you.
All right. There we go.
There we go. And then I have to do this. Bam. There we are. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Okay.
Hey, so I'm a little upset, bro.
What happened?
I got 30 views on my Gospel Sunday that I sent the flyer out.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you the flyer. And then my Instagram just cut off.
Yeah.
After 35 minutes in, it cut off.
What did you do?
Nothing.
No, not what did you do to get cut off. What did you do afterwards?
I tried to get back on. It would not let me back on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was saying that you couldn't go live or just
it would not let me go back live. My feelings was hurt.
Ah, that sucks.
And it's funny because the people that was on, one lady hit me, DM me. She said, bro, you got me in my feelings. I'm over here crying, jumping up and down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know what to say after that.
Oh, man.
So I want to thank you for all the tips and transitions you gave me. So for everybody that's on, please, please listen to this young man. He knows what he's talking about. And for you new DJs, hey, we all need to link up and share the knowledge, because at the end of the day, we're all we have.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm happy to hear, first of all, that you had 35, you said?
35. I went from 10 to 35.
Hey, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm disappointed to hear that it wouldn't let you back on.
No, it would not.
Did you try exiting the whole app and restarting it?
Yes, I restarted my phone and everything.
Oh, man. Okay.
It would not. So what I'm going to do, so what I found out, what works is for me, and I hope who's ever listening, take this into heed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll send you the link. Create a flyer. Put your flyer out 5 or 10 days early that you're going to do something. That way your fan base knows what you're doing and how you're doing and what to expect from you.
Yeah.
That actually worked. That's how I got my 35 easy.
Yes. Yeah. You are hitting on perfect points. So if you are wherever you are in your career, this I think applies a little bit more toward people who are just starting out. But I think that you hit it on the nail. Like, it's about learning how to promote yourself. And that's exactly the email that I had sent out today, right? It's like learning how to get the word out about who you are, what you're doing. And that way people have incentive to come see what's going on because they want to check you out. So self-promotion is critical at really any stage of the career, but more so when you're just starting out. What's your daughter's name?
Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
Say hi. She's mad at me.
Oh, what happened, Naomi?
Because I made her put a ball up so I can get on my call.
Oh, sorry. We'll get you playing with your ball again. Don't worry. Don't worry. I promise.
She looked forward to me coming home from work.
Ah, man. So it's important that if you haven't, I mean, you've obviously been doing it, but if for other DJs, if you haven't been making flyers, like, do so. Get an app like Canva, and it's free, it's accessible, and give it a go. Put your stuff out there and see what happens. Was this your first live stream?
No, this is my third.
How many people are on the first live stream?
5.
5 to 10 to 35. Like, 3 things. 1, consistency matters. 2, more people show up when you tell them what to look for.
Exactly. So I want to share this with you guys. It's called Poster My Wall. That's what it's called. Poster My Wall. It gives you templates for different flyers. They have motion flyers. They have every flyer in the world, and I promise you, you will not be upset.
And that's what you use for your flyer. It looked good.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
So
That's
once again, I want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You don't understand. Hey, I talk about you all the time. I talk to my friends in California about you. They're like, yeah, I know who he is.
Oh, that's awesome.
He does a lot of house music. He does this, he does that. And people, have high praise for you.
Oh, that's love. Thank you.
So, and for anybody who's on the call, I promise you, he's not telling you nothing wrong. The transitions he showed me or he just told me about, hey, they work. I cannot complain.
Totally.
And matter of fact, speaking of transitions, I went from going to maximum to about 3 o'clock. Worked perfectly.
Great.
Perfect.
Wonderful. You're on it. So something that I want to tell you and tell everybody that's on this call, on April 27th, I am starting a challenge, a show up challenge, where I'm taking you through 14 days of what to do in order to grow your followers, get your name out there more, and book more gigs. Ultimately,
right.
Because you told me, if I'm not mistaken, that from your last live stream, I believe someone had booked you for a gig way in the future, but they contact you about doing something.
Yes, you did.
These things work. And now is the time to show up and make it happen, because people are stuck in their houses and they need entertainment. They want some kind of activity to do, even if it's dancing in the living room. It's something to do to distract them from just the mundaneness of catching cabin fever. So props to you, actually, more than anything, because all I can do is give advice. But what you're doing is actually taking the steps to do it. And when you take action, things happen. So really, Marquise, like, super props to you for putting in the work and making things happen, even while working a full-time job at this time.
Hey, I got to do it because this is my passion, and I want other DJs to see, okay, this guy's he works full-time. He's a full-time husband, full-time dad. He finds 15 minutes to, at least practice. So if I know if I can do it, these other guys can do it, even if they don't have a full family or don't have kids. Sometimes it takes putting the Xbox controller down for 15 minutes or putting the Hennessy Crown bottle down for a little bit and just getting after it, because like I told my younger brother today, you can only go so far as you want to go.
Yeah.
If you want to stay a family DJ, fine, that's cool. But if you want to make some money, you got to put the other stuff aside.
Yes, absolutely. You got to do different things if you want different results.
Absolutely.
So super props to you. Here's what I want to look at now for next time. So if you get booted off again and nothing works, do you have a secondary laptop that you can borrow?
Yes.
Or get access to? Okay, does that have a webcam on it?
I'm listening to you. I got to do something with my daughter. I'm listening.
Okay. So if you are able to use that second computer as a streaming computer, then you can, if you get kicked off of Facebook or Instagram, then you can have like the other computer streaming on a different platform that you can point people to, right? So now what I do when I'm streaming is I multicast. So I'm streaming to different platforms at the same time. So if one gets shut down, they can just hop on the other one. Right. And so it doesn't ruin everything, right? So that way the lady that contacted you saying that she's basically enjoying your set, now it's not all doom and gloom.
Right, I'm listening.
Yeah, that you can't get back on, or that you can't get back on, she can't hear you. So it's finding a way to have a second system that allows you to continue to do what you're doing and not just depend on your phone or Instagram in case you have this trouble again. So that's the thing that I would pay attention to moving forward in your future streams. What's your backup solution at this point? I think he literally went into the house. Asia says, I'm trying to be more active on social media. I'm more on the shy side. So sometimes it's difficult for me to put myself out there consistently. Marquise, if you can hear me, I'm going to move you to a panelist for now until you come back. Asia, I'd like to, let's have a conversation about it and see what we can do. Let's see if we can figure out to find a solution for you. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Thanks for joining.
Oh, no problem.
So the concern, what's the concern for you?
I guess just not really knowing like what type of stuff to post to keep people interested, especially, everything's closed, so it's not like I have gigs or anything to post like I usually would, so.
So the question, or is the question, just so I'm clear, like what do I post online in order to generate more of a response?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be anything, right? So it depends on, but it specifically depends on what you're trying to do. So if you are not, let's say, live streaming right now, which I totally hope you are, and I tell everybody to do so because things happen when you start live streaming. Things can happen for you as a DJ. Like I've been able to monetize live streams because I've just been showing up and doing it. So it's very possible for you to do as well. So one thing that I do has been promoting live streams. Something you can post pictures of, I mean, not everyday life, but like what, do you know who your audience is? Let me ask you a few more questions.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. A lot of my friends, family, and people I'm acquainted with and have met.
Yes. So do you DJ full time?
No.
Okay. Is that something that you want to do eventually, or do you like how the balance is now between working full time and DJing?
Well, I think it would be something that I would like to do. Actually, kind of like in between jobs right now, so it's like a struggle for me between trying to look for work and then trying to practice and everything.
So what would be, tell me your ideal, like what's your DJ name?
DJ Ace D.
Ace D. So if DJ Ace D can have her ideal career, what would that look like?
I would say, I definitely really enjoy like doing like the corporate stuff, like doing like in stores, and those are super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you would have to attract a particular kind of audience to do these stores, right? I mean, if you're trying to get into stores, you need to get in touch with like managers and whatnot to see who would be able to hire you. And I'm thinking like malls right now. But if you want to DJ Adidas, right, in the store, you'd have to talk to the manager to see if that's something they do. Like I've done stuff for Adidas. I've DJed for Puma for a couple years. I currently DJ for Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's. So that's like one corporate way. And then the other is to hit the larger businesses that do the bigger events, like the holiday events, whatnot. So that's a whole different audience entirely. But what kind of music do you play?
A little bit of everything.
Open format. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of DJs do you look up to?
I would say like Jazzy Jeff, DJ Scratch, what else? There's just DJ Charisma. She's dope.
What do they post?
I would say a lot of DJ Charisma. She posts a lot of like her gigs and like short little videos of her mixing, and just like a little bit of her everyday life.
Yeah. So take a page out of her book. Yeah. And record yourself rocking a little set and, talk about that. Or maybe talk about what are some records that have influenced you over the years, right? What are some of your favorite songs? Why did it matter so much to you? What's your like song selection of the week? How did you get into DJing? Share your story. How long have you been DJing for?
I've been learning for like 3 years.
Okay. So, do a TBT with you at your first gig, or maybe the first controller that you bought, right? And talk about why it's so meaningful. Instagram is a place where people can get connected to you, right? If you look at it through that kind of lens. Social media is a way for people to kind of check you out, right? It's in the Spin to Six program, I talk about digital assets, and digital assets being like a representation of who you are. So what does your website look like? What kind of photos are up there? And depending on what kind of music do you spin, right? Are those samples up there? And depending on what kind of DJ you are, if you're just a house DJ, for example, then you're not really trying to post pictures of you DJing in a store, right? If you're an open format DJ, then you would, right? You're doing all kinds of events. I don't hear of many, and I say that because I don't hear of many house DJs doing like in stores. Not that they wouldn't, maybe they would. But you see, I ask you these questions to figure out then what's the most relevant kind of information or postings that would work for you. Am I being clear?
Yes.
Okay. So I would look at Charisma. Here's your homework. Here's the homework I would give you. Check out Charisma's profile and check out not just what she posts, but what she writes, and do a little bit of homework where you're writing these things down and noticing, okay, I see she posts a lot of her gigs, and she posts a lot of lifestyle pictures, and okay, these are those captions, and then take what you like from it and start experimenting with it for yourself.
Okay.
Right? Social media, the thing about it, it's all an experiment. You have to figure out what's going to work for you. People always look for like the best kind of thing that's going to work, but it's really all dependent upon who you are, what you do, and where you're trying to go. And if those things aren't clear, then you're not going to have a clear path as to what to do and how to even experiment. So that would be my suggestion for now.
Okay.
Yeah. And give it a go. 3 times a week is great. Compare, contrast. Like I posted this, it got this many likes. And it's also, let me be clear, it's not about getting the most likes on posts either. That doesn't mean anything. Like, where is it leading toward? So when somebody looks at your profile, what do you want them to do?
Book me.
Right? That would be ideal. But it's a whole process to get to that point. Social media is only one little part of it. Not to say people haven't been booked off of Instagram. I'm sure it has. But what have they done for how long in order to get to that point where they booked? I guarantee you Charisma's been booked plenty of times. But Charisma also has a long history of, right, posting. She's on the radio, is she not?
No, I don't think so.
I'm thinking of a different Charisma then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think she is.
Okay. The DJ Charisma I know here I think on I forget the station, but I know she's on a station.
But I do follow like DJ Leslie in
yes.
LA.
Yeah. So see, like Leslie has all the backing of being on the radio working for her, right? So she can really exploit that to her advantage. And so she might get booked off Instagram. So I say that to say like, you can't do a complete one-to-one comparison between like, let's say Leslie and yourself, because the deck isn't stacked fairly in that way. That makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. So just experiment. And then have you been live streaming?
I haven't yet. I'm supposed to be working with some other people to we're going to do something. I just don't know when.
Okay. That would be my next homework assignment for you, is to just do it on your own. Collab with your friends, make that happen, but do one on your own and see what happens.
Okay. I've just been like scared. I'm like, oh Lord, what if I mess up?
It's live. It's all good. I totally messed up on one of my live streams, but you just keep it going, right? Like on a live show, if you mess up, what do?
Keep going.
Bam. It's just practice.
Yeah.
So when is your first live stream?
Soon, very, very soon.
This week?
I just figured out how to do the iRig. So I just got one of those. And so I got my audio together. It sounds good. And so, yeah.
You're ready to go. You just need to do it.
I've seen like a lot of people, they're using like different platforms like Periscope and Twitch. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Again, same thing. Experiment is the thing that I told Marquise. So now Marquise had tried it twice already on Instagram. This last time he got booted off after 35 minutes. So now he has to think about what are his backup. What else can he do in case he gets booted off again? So he's not at a loss for the rest of the hour, right? For the remaining 25 minutes. So as you start, you figure out how to improve every time you do it again. So that's why I say just getting started is the most important thing. And then the next one, you'll figure out what you can do better.
Okay.
Can you try it by Friday? See what happens?
Oh, dang. Friday cut soon.
What do you need to prepare? What do you need to get ready?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough music because I've been watching people been going for like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. I'm like, I don't have that much stuff.
You don't need to go for that long. Do you have enough music for an hour?
Yeah.
Do an hour. That's all I do right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Except, yeah, that's all I do right now when I'm doing my streams. So give it a go for an hour.
Okay.
Don't. What's the least amount that you can do? And I ask that as not as a way to say like you can't do anything more. Is to say that sometimes we think of, okay, I have to have 4 hours of music to do this right, because everybody else I've seen has done 4 hours. So now you're setting a standard based on what you observe, which is how a lot of us think it happens, right? That's just the natural inclination. But it then prevents us from actually taking those steps because we think like we need to have 4 hours of music in order to live stream because that's what Jazzy Jeff did or that's what Charisma did. But in reality, all we need to do is just get started. Who said that a half-hour set isn't valuable? Who said that an hour set wouldn't be valuable, right? So if we shrink I call like the minimum viable session. So if we shrink that to an hour, that feels a lot more doable than 4. And you have music for an hour and you can start preparing a set if you want to feel better, ready to go on Friday or Saturday or whenever you feel comfortable, as long as you do it by this week. What I'd love for you to do is do it this week and then check in with me next week and tell me how it went. I want to know what happened.
Okay.
Do that?
Okay.
Can you DM me on Instagram so I know it's you and then I can see when you're live streaming? Tell me when you're live streaming.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll find you.
Okay. Shammy D on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah?
Scared? Okay. A little bit.
Good. That's good. It's a good sign. That means it matters. That means fear is just the indication of where we need to go next. I believe in you. Make it happen. Yeah. Let us all know. I'm very curious to know how it goes down.
Okay.
What platform are you going to do this on?
Probably Instagram.
Great. And if you get booted off, here's the tip. If you get booted off, just hop right back on. And if two people show up, cool. If one person shows up, cool. If 10 people show up and then it shrinks to 5, that's fine. Don't worry about how many people show up. Just do it for the hour. That's all I need you to do.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
I'm with
Okay.
it. Great. Find me, message me, let me know when you're going to do this. And then I'm going to do another call next week. Hop on that call and fill me in on what happened.
Okay.
Great. Wonderful meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
And stick around because there's lots more questions, I'm sure.
Okay.
Marquise coming back up. Shout out to Jay Cool, DJ Yoshi. What's up? Sean, what's going on? If you got questions, raise your hand and then I'll bring you on. Cool, right? Can I hear you? I can't hear.
Hello.
There we go.
All right. Two things.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to download the Serato Studio?
I went to the site. What happened? I want to say yes. I don't think I installed it. I went to the site though to try to get it.
So
What happened?
Okay, Just Blaze and a couple other artists have some free stuff on there.
Okay.
The one I sent you was the free stuff.
Okay.
That way you don't have to purchase and waste your money if you don't like it.
Okay. Okay.
Second thing would be to the young lady who was just on. I suggest she put her Instagram in the chat. So who's ever on, we can all support her.
Yeah.
I feel like we should support each other in this because the struggle is real.
Yeah.
The struggle is real. And I struggle with the same thing she struggles with. So I don't want to be not supportive to my fellow DJs, whether they being female or male.
Yeah.
I want to be there for all because of the fact of the struggle is real.
Yes. Yes.
And my
Asia,
last thing to you would be
hold on. Asia, feel free to put your IG handle in the chat so we all know. So we can all show up and support you on your live stream.
and I'm also add mine also, which is DJ XXL23. I would also add, my question to you would be, what do you think about DJ pools?
They're great. They're great. I love them. I use like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
And my take on pools is either way, you're going to spend the money. You can rip songs off of YouTube, but there's a difference in quality when you do that.
Okay.
I'm on different record pools because different pools have different things. So one pool, like I'm on DJ City, they have certain songs that Club Killers does not, and vice versa. I have Crate Connect because Crate Connect has a lot of old school stuff that I can go in and find. Same with Beat Junkies record.
Okay.
So it's pricey, right? But you imagine how much music are you downloading over the course of the year, and imagine paying 99 cents per download. Here, not just with pools, also you get DJ friendly edits. So you get intros, outros, you can get access to remixes you can't find. To me, it has a value. Something that Club Killers also does is have redrums. So they will take a song, let's say Havana, Camila Cabello's Havana. It's a smooth song, but it's very slow. Da, 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 da. The music doesn't really propel.
It almost has that Lady Gaga feel to it.
Yeah, kind of. But they have added drums behind it so that it pushes, right? It propels the energy more, which is better for a dance floor. So I'm aware of that, and they don't have those kind of things on iTunes, right? So it has its worth, for me. And if you don't pay for it for the month or for 3 months, check it out. I recommend everybody try one. I sent out an email a while back about all the record pools that I was able to come across up to that point in time. I think it was February. Mm-hmm. So feel free to message me if you want that list. I'm more than happy to send it to you.
I'm looking at your emails now.
Oh, wonderful. And it's just check it out. Try one. I starred the ones that I use, the ones I just said.
Right.
I say give it a go and see how you like it.
Okay, and I'm going to send you the picture I took of the Serato studio.
Yes.
To give you an idea of what you're looking at, because I made a beat today. Because with me being from Texas, I love the organ. I'm sorry. It's a Texas thing.
I love it. Yeah.
So I'll send you the beat. I'm gonna try to see if I can put it on my phone. That way I can send the beat also to you.
Cool.
But hey, I encourage you to at least try it.
Oh yeah, I produce, man. I just haven't done use Serato Studio yet, but I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
I love it. I really do love it.
Definitely. I'm interested to see how they put it together because it's coming from a DJ perspective, and it's from what I'm understanding, it's pretty intuitive for DJs.
All I can say is wow. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm gonna say wow.
Dope.
I mean, even for guys, because I've started it with Pro Tools. Even with Pro Tools, in my opinion, it gives Pro Tools a real run for their money.
Oh, word. Okay. Okay.
And you know, Pro Tools, people will not let that go.
No, they will not. They will not. It's pretty hard to produce in Pro Tools. I'm an Ableton guy myself.
Okay. So I haven't used Ableton, but I know guys who've used it, and they prefer Pro Tools to make beats and then go through Ableton throughout.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. I actually use Ableton to make beats and Pro Tools to mix.
Okay.
But everybody has their workflow. I've used Reason, Logic, like I've gone through the majority of them. Jay Cool, are you talking about FL Studio? I haven't used FL Studio though. But I'm happy to hear that, like, this is a good time to be producing things. This is a good time to be, he says Serato Studio is nice. So he's with you.
Yeah.
It's a great time to be producing and getting remixes out there. People need music to listen to. And if it's a skill that you want to learn, I mean, not just you, but in general, if it's a skill that you want to learn, this is the time to dig into that, because if you're able to create remixes, it just gets your name. It's another thing you can use to get your name out there. I used the example of Kaytranada. Did we talk about him last time?
No.
Have you heard of him?
No, I have not.
So Kaytranada, he's from Montreal, I believe.
Okay.
Dope producer. And he did a lot of remixes. But the one that blew him up was this Janet Jackson remix of If. And he posted that, went to sleep overnight, took off. And that got his name up. And so from there, he started doing one-offs. He started doing more production gigs, and he's done world tours. He's done national tour. Like, he has a label deal. He's put out his second album already. So a remix can help take your career to the next level if it blows up. But the only way, again, it's the same principle, right? You put out a remix, you promote the remix, people like it, the word will start to spread, right? But you have to put a lot of it out there. Just like with live streaming, you have to show up a lot of times for things to happen. But you have to get one going, and then you have to promote it, right? It's a whole system. But the principle is the same thing. Produce it, promote it, and go. Which are the three pillars of the Spin to Six program. You prepare, you produce, you promote.
Okay.
Principles are the same thing.
So I've got two of the principles down. Then I prepare and I promote.
Yeah. Now you got to produce. Live shows are part of the production element. It isn't just producing in regards to making beats, because not everybody makes beats. But your live show is your production, right?
Right.
When we go to a show, we watch how the production is put together. Correct. So one of the things I talk about is like, what's your equipment setup like? How are your sounds? How is your mic working, right? How are your lights? Do you need more things? You may not need to get a lot more equipment, but how are you able to maximize what you're doing with what you have?
So it goes back to let me ask you, so it goes to the statement of, it's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Quality is everything, right?
Okay.
Quality is everything. Because you can have the hottest, let's say you have the best equipment in the world, but you can't mix.
You trash.
Not good. The essential part of the performance is you.
Okay.
People are hiring you because they want your taste, they want your style, they want your personality. You're bringing the life to the party. If that's not there, they're not gonna,
Right. So I got my last question. I'm gonna get off.
Ask on. It's okay.
Amazon Music, they're giving away 3 months free. Do you think it
To
do you think
download?
it compares with Serato?
No,
I don't know because
no,
I don't know if it does or not.
no. I think it's two different things. I
Okay.
think I haven't looked into Amazon. Let me look at it right now.
Because I want to get it, but I don't know if I can download the music from there
I don't think so.
or is
I
it just streaming?
I think it's just streaming.
Oh well, that's a waste of time then.
Yeah, it's just streaming. Um, so yeah, it's like iTunes. It's like Spotify,
Okay.
but specific to Prime members, if I'm not
Well, I
mistaken.
have Amazon Prime. That's why I was asking.
Got it.
I
No,
would love it if they did for Spotify and Serato. That would be the ideal for me.
virtual. I think they did that with Virtual DJ. Serato and SoundCloud, I think, have teamed up, right? Yeah. I I don't use it. Tell me how you really feel about Virtual DJ, bro. Like,
That's how I really feel. Because virtual is for beginners. Serato, in my opinion, Serato is more complicated and it makes you learn. It makes you dig in.
Hmm.
It makes you come with it. Virtual is just like, okay, I'm gonna give you everything, deal with it.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. Virtual DJ does have cue points. Serato has cue points.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual DJ it gives you the capability for EQ. It has effects. Serato has EQ, has effects. You can loop in both. I think they both fundamentally do the same thing. The interfaces are vastly different, and the promotion behind it is vastly different.
Right.
We don't see Jazzy Jeff use Virtual DJ. He came up with Serato. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Serato came out before Virtual DJ.
It was scratched.
Yeah. Well, Final Scratch was Native Instruments' thing, which actually I think preceded Serato.
Right.
And that turned into Tractor. And there was even other kind of, because I remember when I was in college, they had a thing like Pink Lady, which was a record in time code prior to Serato, right? So Serato just had amazing marketing. But if I look fundamentally between the two, they do the exact same thing. So I would challenge the idea that it's just for beginners. I think that somebody who knows Virtual DJ really well can pull off a good set in the same way that someone could with Serato.
Right. Well, I have both, and I will not use virtual no more.
But what's your thing about Virtual DJ?
For me, virtual, it doesn't give me the challenge that Serato does.
And what's that?
Virtual, I can hit a button and it'll do a scratch for me.
Oh, okay.
Serato, even though I have a scratch pad on my DDJ, it won't sound the same. It's like you have to add to that scratch pad.
Interesting. Okay.
So with virtual, it'll give you that scratch and mix it into the song perfectly. Serato won't do that. It'll make you work for it. And that's what I like about Serato.
I see.
It makes you work.
I see. Okay. So you found yourself challenged more by working with Serato than Virtual.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Got it. It's interesting perspective, man. It's really cool to hear all these different, and it's not everybody, like I've used Tractor and Serato, and I favor Serato, partially because I started with it, but Tractor, there was a heavy learning curve, but the effects in Tractor, I found myself liking a little bit more than Serato, which I thought was interesting.
Right.
But I liked Serato's layout. It felt a lot more simpler to me relative to Tractor.
So before I go, the lady you talked to last week, I got a chance to look at the call. You had hit a horn. And she's like, you got to show me how to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So if she goes into Crossfader has all that for free.
Okay.
Crossfader has it for free, and there's a bunch of other websites that have it for free. A lot of those horns and stuff, I've downloaded. man, I can send you so much stuff. You'll be like, oh my gosh. And I got it all free.
That's what's up. You got the vault with when it comes to horns, it sounds like, yeah?
Yeah, it really does because I've taken I just got curious and I was like, let me look up free stuff.
Yeah.
And it all just popped up.
Yep. It's great.
And all you gotta do is subscribe to like Crossfader on YouTube and they'll send you all that for free.
Oh, wow. So is Crossfader sample pack? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, Crossfader sample pack.
Cool. I'll check that out.
All right.
You hitting with the jams, brother. Thank you so much.
No problem, bro.
Wait. You walked off. So what is your backup plan for your, are you doing another gospel live stream today? I mean, Sunday?
I'm thinking I am. I do not have a backup plan right at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I'm gonna see if I can get my son to record it also on his. So, and we'll just go from there, try to figure it out from there. If not, I have a digital camera that I can record it also. And whatever, if I get kicked off, I can keep going.
Yep.
And have the digital camera going and I'll just upload it from there.
Okay. We talked about a second computer you said you can get access to. A second laptop? Does that have a webcam?
True. I have a Mac I can get access to, and I have another Windows I can get access to.
Okay, on the Windows, does that have a webcam on the laptop? Okay, so I would experiment with this. Have your IG going on your phone. Mm-hmm. Have your secondary laptop go on Facebook.
Okay.
Or if you sign up to a Twitch account, I prefer you go on Twitch because there's less likelihood of you getting booted off.
Okay.
So if that gets cut, you can say, well, I mean, once it's cut, you can't say anything. But when you start and throughout your set, you can say, hey, if we get cut off here, go to twitch.tv/DJ Marquise, no, DJ XXL 23 or whatever you set up and the address.
Right.
So then people know that they can go there and not have to worry about it.
Okay, great.
And then that way you just keep the party going. And then you should still have your son record it because it's good to document all these things.
Man, I'm loving it.
Great. What time does your thing go on Sunday?
12 noon Central Time.
12 noon Central. Okay. Yeah. Send me the flyer again, please.
I will.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. Stick around, brother, please.
I will.
Thank you. I want to, so Yoshi, I did see your email. I did not get a chance to see the live stream. It's to go back and review it is a little tough, but hop on. I'm curious to know how the live stream went. Sean, J. Cool, if you have questions, more than happy, let's chat. It's great to talk to people in person, or at least through Zoom. Sean says virtual DJ had put your hand up if you want to chat, or Yoshi, if you want to talk about your experience with live streaming, we can talk through it and see what you can do different for next time. The flyer tool, J. Cool, was postermywall.com. So there's that. There is also Canva. Whoops, spell that one. Canva. And then Adobe Spark. Geez, I can't spell. Spark. Title, that's it. Title also works with Serato. I do remember this. And then DJ Ace D, I will make sure to follow. Let me know if y'all got questions. I'm here for you all. But a heads up, I'm doing a marketing webinar on Thursday. I'm actually bringing in 2 of my friends who have been studying marketing for a while. And so we're going to have a nice discussion about here are some of the overviews that you need to consider as DJs when it comes to your marketing plan. So it'll be very informative webinar to tune into. The link should be also in the email. You'll get another email reminding you in a couple of days. I do have the show up challenge happening in 2 weeks. So that's in the email. You'll get more information about that. curious to know, we had the Amplify DJ battle go down, and shout out to DJ Rock, who's the winner of the very first battle. If that's something you are interested in doing, let me know. And we'll have the second round of that going. Outside of that, I'm here answering y'all questions. The thing that I'm really looking at over the next few weeks is your marketing plan. Marketing is critical, but we know these things. We know that we have to promote. We hate the fact a lot of the time that we have to promote and that we have to do it all on our own for the most part when you are sustaining your own business. At a certain point, your marketing efforts will work for you. But I say we have to do it on our own because we don't have the money to hire a marketing team all the time. We don't have a label behind us in the ways that these big artists do. We don't have access to like PR people. We don't have social media managers. You can find one, you can hire one, but still, even if you have one, you need to know how you are marketing yourself as your business. It's really critical. And it's a hard, because marketing gets thrown around, that word branding gets thrown around. What's the difference? How do you manage it? There's so much when it comes to marketing, and being able to plan, having some kind of plan that's effective for you is hard to figure out. Let me tell you what it takes. And I was telling this to Asia, experimentation. You don't know, for example, if we look at Instagram, you don't know what posts are going to work until you put it up. And then even then you could put it up. But if you have 200 followers, it's hard to tell like what's going to work on a large level. But you have, let's say, 200 followers that are paying attention. You'll see between, let's say you do 3 posts and the one you posted on Wednesday did really well. Well, what is it about Wednesday's post that was different from Monday and Friday? Analyze, assess, and then take what you learned from that and apply it to the next post you do the following week. Batch your postings together. So take some time over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, to say, okay, this is what I'm going to post throughout the week. Dalia, if you checked out the marketing webinar that I had last week, Dalia talked about batching your content so that you can have things ready to go throughout the week. She recommends batching for the week. Some people recommend batching for the month. What it does is take the pressure off of you to have to create something on the spot in the moment. And also, once you get into the groove of doing something, it becomes quicker to get everything else done. So if it takes you an hour to get the first post done, it can take you 20 minutes because now you're in the groove of getting things going and creating your posts. And then not just that, you also are able to see, okay, here are how my posts looking next to each other. I'm going to talk about this on Monday. It makes sense to talk about this on Wednesday, and then I'll reference this on Friday. And you can see, you can plan how it's going to look ahead of time before, instead of just trying to figure it out on the day of, which takes more mental power, which takes more, just more time and energy to do these things. So planning is super critical, and experimenting to see what works is going to be crucial for you in determining what's effective and what is not. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's important to know, because a lot of us get discouraged. We might be posting for a month and be like, nothing's happening. Oh, forget this, and throw the phone against the couch, right? And give up. Like, I'm not going to post anything else because, well, it's not working. But you have to determine, like, what is the idea of working for you, right? When people are advertising, when companies are advertising, it's in service to an action. So when Coke advertises, they're not advertising to tell you that Coke is the best. They're advertising to ingrain their name in your mind so that when you're thirsty, oh, I want a Coke. Pause for dramatic effect. This is what I mean when I say leading to something. So advertising has a specific purpose to make you take an action. When you are posting, think about what that purpose is for yourself and then make your post work toward that. I hope that all makes sense. But let me tell you, it's a big thing. That's why there are like firms dedicated strictly to advertising. Like, it's a lot to cover, but get started. Find out what works for you. What other questions do you have? I'm here to talk to you and help you figure out your way to the next level. Jay, cool, great. Glad that makes sense. How is your Instagram stuff going? Have you been live streaming? Sean, have you been live streaming? And then Yoshi, I will ask you, because I think this is important. Great. Also, if you all want to put your Instagram handles in the chat, do it. Yoshi, here's what I want to ask you. And actually, it'd be great if, just let me know if you want to chat about this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to promote you to panelist because I got some questions for you. What's up? I can't hear you. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. So here are my questions for you, because sometimes people have contacted me asking me like, hey, can you give me feedback on my mixtape? Can you tell me what do you think about these things? And you didn't, I'm not saying you are doing this, but I get this question a lot actually. Mm-hmm. And what I believe is that we all need to develop the skill to analyze, right? And
right.
Go back and think about, okay, what did I do? How well did it go, and what can I do to improve? So I'm going to ask you, what did you like that went well for you during your life?
All right. So really dope. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. All right. So what happened was a couple of DJs kind of got on, just kind of once this whole quarantine thing kind of hit here, they was trying to get on and kind of do their regular club sets because the clubs was closed. Yeah. All right. So I don't DJ in the club here. I like to travel and DJ. I travel the whole region and DJ. So I like traveling to DJ, but I'm an on-air personality, but they're just on air. I don't really mix on air. So it was the opportunity for me to showcase my talent outside of the radio station, show exactly like what it is I do. So I randomly got on like one night, and I seen a lot of people doing club sets. I got on, did a smooth ass R&B set, you know what I'm saying? Had set the ambiance, man, lit a candle. Yeah. Like within 20 minutes, I got up to like 1K. So I got off, you know what I mean? And me and another guy, which we part of a Go DJ coalition here in Louisiana. And we kind of partner up and cross promote each other. And he'll come on 8 to 10, and I'll come on like 10 to 12. Sometimes I go over. So the next time, that was Friday night, I DJ live, and Saturday night, Saturday, I started getting calls. It was like people like, man, how can I promote my business on your Facebook Live? Like, man, y'all did pretty good. And actually, a daiquiri shop that I normally would DJ at on a Sunday, they called both of us in to DJ at a venue that was closed because of the whole COVID-19 deal. So they paid us to DJ live from a closed event to broadcast from there. And I got up to 28,000 views. I want to hold those people. So I'm trying to figure out, how can I hold those people? How can I keep everything that I'm doing? How can I keep that flowing so I don't lose anything?
Got it. And when you say hold those people, you're saying, how can you get those people attached to you so that you can have more consistent numbers when you keep live streaming?
Right. Like I wanna be able to take that same number, because it's been consistent. I mean, it's on my Facebook Live. Since I came on maybe 3 weeks ago, I never went under 1K. Everything is always either between 1K, 3,300 or 5, or, it's always been up and down, but it's never under that as far as views or whatever. So I want to be able to grab that and move forward with it, but take that number with me and be able to, people that's viewing from all over the region, wherever they at, I want to be able to get paid gigs from there, get corporate gigs from there. I'm trying to figure out how to switch up the charisma or keep it the same, or what I need to do to grab the people and hold them there. Not that I'm DJing too long, but to hold them there so they can have something to look forward to. So when I'm moving, they not getting too much. It's always giving them something to look forward to.
Yeah. So let me just make sure that I'm answering the right question. How many times are you live streaming a week?
We started off doing Friday and Saturday at a consistent time, and that's it. Now we don't want to water it down. So this weekend just passed, we only did Saturday. So we kind of going like every Saturday. Same time, but every Saturday now.
Did you notice a difference in numbers when you started doing that?
It's kind of different than the very first time I did it, because now it's more entertainment on social media now. You got the producer battle, you got the beat battles, you got other DJs. Like I said, Kid Capri go off. They had the Care for a DJ, I Love My DJ thing going on with a DJ Envy. So it was a lot of other activities going on. But the crazy thing is our numbers kind of stayed consistent.
Great. So, how do you capture their attention so you keep them coming back every time, right?
Right. To give them the same thing that hold them there, but at the same time to give them something different and not run them away.
Yeah. So it sounds like they're liking what you're doing. This is, how many times have you done this now? This is your third
week.
It was your third, right?
Yeah.
So this Saturday will be your fourth
week. It'll be a month.
It'll be a month. Okay. So, and you're doing R&B every time?
No. I come on, I would do maybe a funk 70s set. I do like a 90s R&B with your Johnny Gills, your New Editions, and so forth and so forth. And then I go into a nice regional set. I do maybe an AT. Every weekend, it's a different theme. You know what I mean? We don't advertise it like that, but I say, well, this weekend, without even telling them, I say, I'm going to go to Atlanta this weekend, or I go to Texas, or I do a whole Florida set. But now after midnight, for about 30 minutes, I do a real sexy, seductive, like bedroom set, and that seemed to get a lot of attention too. But that's the only set that I do every Saturday at that time. Everything else would be kind of whatever I feel.
Yes. Okay. I think you should keep that theme going of constantly switching it up. That's brilliant. And it's something that it keeps it from getting stale. You don't advertise these things at all, right?
Right. No. We do. We have a flyer. We do it on Hump Day. You know what I'm saying? We'll start putting it out there on Wednesday, and we'll put it out there maybe twice a day, refresh it, put it back out there Thursday, refresh it, put it out there Friday. Friday be like the startup to let you know, hey, this is what's going on tomorrow. Then early Saturday, we'll take it down, refresh it. Hey, you guys get ready within an hour. We're on the countdown, and then it starts.
Okay. And then you're going for 4 hours, it seems like, or for a long time.
Well, he DJs from 8 to 10.
And then you do
10 to 12.
10 to 12. And then with your special set after 12.
Yeah.
R&B set. Keep doing what you're doing. The question I'm guessing that you engage with the people that watch. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's about engagement and then giving them something to talk about. So you're having it, from the understanding is with the analytics that you have a base of people that are watching.
Right.
What you want to do now is get your base to share. How do you get them to spread the word about what you're doing? And that way it expands into more communities. So you show what you shared with me was on Facebook, right? So make the call sporadically throughout the sets, like, hey, share this with your friends. Like, which one of your friends would enjoy this set right now?
Right.
Share this.
All right. So this is what they do at the top of the set. Not to cut you off, at the top of the set, I do tell them, hey, share this. And throughout my set, I tell them to share it. They got a whole virtual club thing going. So if you go back and watch when you can, anybody on here, you go back and watch the Facebook, any of my Facebook live streams, and watch the comments as they pop up. They communicating with each other as if they was in the club. They're like, yo, I'm about to go to the bar. Hey, security won't let me in. Or, man, this club here is going crazy. The comments are like they actually in the club. So I'm telling them to share. And I would ask them, hey, if you know somebody, like when I go do my 90s set, I'll be like, hey, man, this is, somebody that's 30 plus, tag somebody right now, chat it with somebody 30 plus, wake their ass up or whatever. And that's how I get a lot of my shares, man. I mean, you can look at on my Facebook, you can go back and see how many shares I had. I had like maybe 155 shares. Maybe one time I had like 2,000 shares and 3,000 views, 3,300 views. It's like, it's different numbers, but they're all on my Facebook. So that's just on Facebook. I want to be able to jump on Instagram and get those same numbers or more.
Yeah. But there's so many factors with that. Like your numbers have to be, Instagram has, so what I've noticed is that Instagram viewers treat it very differently than from Facebook. People would tend to sit on Facebook and let it play. I find that my stream numbers go like this all the time because people treat Instagram like a radio station. J. Cool asks if people can share on Instagram. You can't. So that's the other problem. Like Instagram notifies the followers of when you're live. What you can do, stream both. So you should be doing both at the same time. I recommend that. What I also recommend is being able to simulcast. So being able to not just share on Facebook, but at the same time, spread it across multiple platforms. Can you do YouTube and Twitch at the same time? And can you?
Well, I never did YouTube. I never did Twitch. What I was going to ask you, my next thing was we're using an iRig too. All right. So what I'm thinking to do is to take another mobile device, and take a splitter and split the iRig too, where I can send the signal to Instagram as well as send the signal to Facebook, and both are getting the same signal at the same time. Or would that be too far-fetched?
No, you can do that. You can do that. Just make sure that your phone has the correct adapter so that it becomes an input signal rather than just signal. And I don't know if we talked about this. I'm looking for, there's a box that I have. It's a Rode adapter, and it goes from headphone TRS to TRRS. And basically it tricks your headphone jack to become a microphone. And that way you can make that work. Do you have an adapter?
Well, I have an iRig too.
But you have to still split the signal.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, the adapter I'm gonna get is gonna plug into on top of the iRig. We're split into two.
So from out of the iRig, let me look, the iRig 2.
You know the jack that goes into the bottom of your headphone?
Yep.
Jack from the iRig?
Yep.
It's another splitter. It's a splitter that we're gonna put on top of that turns into two.
So, well, the thing is,
like if I have the iRig like this is the card that comes from the iRig, and you put an adapter on top of that turns into two.
But my thing is with the iRig, the connection to the iRig is different in the sense that when you plug it into the phone, it turns your phone into a microphone essentially.
Right.
If you split that signal, it's not a signal anymore. Actually.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So then that input going into the other phone it won't read it in the same way that your first phone would read it if you plug the iRig directly. You might have to have two systems, two iRig.
Okay.
Right? Maybe. Test it out. Test it out tomorrow.
I thought I'd be cloning it. That's my idea.
I get it. But the only way you can clone it is if both phones that you have you either have two iRigs or two adapters.
Okay.
That then you can split the signal into.
Right.
So you might need another one, but to be sure, here's how I would test it. do the way you were thinking about it, split that iRig signal, record a video, have play on your mixer, play a record, and then test the volume in the video. Play for a couple seconds, stop it, play back. Do you hear something? Cool. Play with the volume to see what volume works best.
Right.
And then if you're not getting any sound, then you know that the splitter idea isn't working and you'll need to plug iRigs directly.
Right.
I like the idea. So I think with reach, with part of the reach in multicasting is just being able to reach more people. I think you're on the right track in regards to like staying engaged with people, telling people to share, theming it out every time. You can always make it a little more enticing on the flyer. What does your flyer look like? Let me look. It's on your,
what'd you say?
is it on your Instagram, your flyer?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
One more time, is it Go DJ Yoshi?
No, that's on Facebook. You can go on Facebook as well. If you go on Facebook, Go DJ Yoshi on Facebook. And the flyer, I always want the flyer to be straight to the point and real sharp and kind of catchy, but I don't want to clutter the flyer. I just want it to be eye-catching. So if somebody's scrolling, I don't want to take too much time out your day to try to read through all the gibberish. Just know when, where, why, and who. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's your, it's not letting me, I'm not logged on to Facebook right now. Do you have a Go DJ?
IG? It's on IG, it's Hot Boy Yo-Yo.
Jaguar?
Hot Boy.
Hot Boy. Sorry.
HOTBOYYOYO.
Club 318.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna do this so people can see. I'm gonna share my screen. So here's a recommendation. You can see my screen, yeah?
Right.
Okay. What would be interesting to try is Club 318, Stay Your Ass Home, surprise theme set by DJ Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Then people are like, what is this theme set? People that have already been tuning in know that you do something different every time. But when you put it on the flyer, then there's an anticipation of like, well, what is he gonna play? Now I want to tune in to see what he's gonna play.
Right.
Yeah. So that's one idea. The Static Shock, I'm assuming, promotes it as well?
Right. Well, that's me and him actually does it at different times. He go first, I go second. So
something that I recommend you do too, like put his name in your caption, right? We back tonight tag teaming with at DJ, Go DJ Static Shock.
Right.
It's what he did with you. So I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Capture, if you're able to capture live footage of you spinning, you're not in the same place.
Yeah, if you would go back to the top, I guess on my page. Yeah, you see the third picture at the top?
This one.
Yeah, that would be the picture of the numbers I did. That screenshot pictures.
Yep. That's great.
Now, if you would go back and down, let me see, down some more, down a little bit more. It's like to go down probably a little bit more. That's a captured moment of me DJing for BET at Grambling Homecoming.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a video on there as well.
Okay. I want you to not just show your numbers, because the numbers they're great, but the numbers more so matter to you right now. What matters to the people that they see, that they can see other people having a good time. They want to get in on the action. So,
right. All right. So scroll down some more and let me see if this is what you're talking about. Go, I think you just passed it. Go up.
this one, no.
That one. Wait, no. Go up some more.
This
Right
one.
there. See me in the white?
Yep.
Click that one.
Yeah, that's the idea. But the thing is, you're not on a live stage with people, right?
Huh?
You're not on stage with people. It's the principle is, yes, the principle is correct of how you're thinking about it. Can you show people? No, you can't, because they're watching you. Have people film themselves. Yo, film yourself. Tag me in this.
Right.
Tag me. Hot Boy Yo-Yo. Let me see y'all work to this song.
Okay.
Now people are posting, getting the word out there. Now you can screen record that, put that here, or repost what they're doing. So you're showing engagement on multiple levels.
Okay, now, not to cut you off,
okay,
and not to be lengthy with this, because this is definitely not all about me, but if you would scroll down a little bit more, and you might have to scroll down a little bit more, because I think I know what you're talking about. Right there, you see me in the black?
this one.
Go up. Go back up.
This one.
It was me in black, like right there in the corner. Yeah. It's kind of long, but if you kind of fast forward through maybe the first minute.
This is still you live at a show.
Right.
So what was your thought process behind this video?
Well, the thing was, I DJ'd for a certain group that wanted a certain feel, and I did a replica of an Up in Smoke tour where I bought a theme. I always theme stuff out. I bought a car into the building. I have smoke and lights and stuff like that, and I just gave the consumer, the client, what they wanted. But it also gave me the opportunity to have a platform to show people that on a lot of different levels, you can get whatever you want. Like, I just don't bring one thing to the table. So that kind of piggybacked to me having multiple gigs off that. So I tried to tell my videographer to capture people having fun and capture that moment, versus I think what you're saying is saying somebody having like a selfie video of them having fun while I'm entertaining them.
Right. No, well, what I'm saying, so yes to your thought, no to how you're applying it to right now, because right now you can't, nobody can go out, right? So what I'm looking at, your question was in context of how do I keep the numbers consistent and grow them, essentially? How do I grow what I have going on, right? So what I'm looking at this principle of engagement in context to you DJing online, live streaming your sets, and finding other avenues to incorporate people that are watching you from wherever they are, right? So if my initial thought was that almost like if you go on IG Live and I request to be in your video, now I'm included in what you got going on. People can see both of us. So I can be like, yo, go Yoshi, and you got that, right? But Facebook, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
Right? So, but what you can say is, hey, if you like this song, let me see you get down. Like, tag me on Instagram, Hot Boy Yo-Yo, and I will repost what you got going on, right? Or I will throw you in my stories. Now you are cross promoting between different platforms and giving opportunity of other people to see what's going on. And if let's say I get down and I do let's say you throw on Tootsie Slide and I do the Tootsie Slide dance and I tag you in it. Now you put me in your story and yo, check me out. I was on Yoshi's thing, and people see, who's Yoshi? Oh, cool. You did this. And now other people have an opportunity to see who you are.
Right.
Right. Because the idea of expanding the base is you have a set group of people that are already fans of you. Now what you have to do is expand what you got going on. And part of that is them sharing what you're doing. And the other side of that is trying to find them sharing, then gets the word about you out to their network. Right. But what are other ways to do the same principle? Engage, cross promoting is one. Right. And then I'll ask, what other ways do you think?
I think my whole thing is cross promote is one of my whole thing is about a great deal of it is I don't never wanted to rely on radio to promote me. I never wanted to rely on me, traveling with, people that's like known celebrities or rappers or anything to get my niche. I wanted to be raw. I wanted to strip myself from all that and let people see my raw energy outside of WMG, outside of Baby, outside of radio. I just wanted to be who I am and let people be a fan of me, you know what I'm saying? Me and my personality,
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally. I completely understand that. The way to do that then is just you need to continue to showcase yourself.
Okay.
Just keep doing what you're doing because something is working. So keep it going. And then my recommendation would be what is one thing, think of one thing that you can try differently the next time and see what happens. So if I'm connecting this back to the conversation I had with Asia.
Okay.
I was saying you experiment to see what's going on. So now the next thing you're going to do this again, you're going to have your base of people. Then what's a hype track that people would get down to among your fan base?
It depends on how you feed it to them. I can, my whole thing is I can pretty much voice anything. I can play old Crime Mob, Nuck If You Buck, and play some Kaya, do a whole Lil Jon Crunk set, and it's my deliver is what grabbed them. Mm-hmm. I never had to rely on the latest song or an anthem to sell it. I can just, it's my deliver. How I set it up and how I present it to them would make them probably not like it, but afterward, they'd be like, man, the way he made me listen to it, now I like it. I didn't like it, but the way he played it, I like it. So it's my deliver. I know I got a niche for delivering songs because I'm more of an MC than a DJ, but I'm more trying to put all that together.
Okay, great. So for sake of example, then let's just say Nuck If You Buck, because that came up. So you delivered in such a way where Nuck If You Buck is going to be like the highlight of that moment.
Right.
You say, okay, to everybody watching out there, I'm trying to see who can nuck the craziest right now. Here's what I want you to do. Film yourself on IG and tag me, Hot Boy DJ Yoshi, or what? Hot Boy Yo-Yo.
Right.
I want to see y'all get down because I can't see you on Facebook, but I want to see y'all turn it up, right? And you're good. You're good on the mic. MCing is what you do, right? So you do that and how you deliver it, and then see what the response is, right? We are experimenting here and testing to see what level of, you have 3,000 people watching you, how engaged are they? So now you want to find out of the 3,000, there's going to be a certain percentage that are super fans and they're like, hell yeah, yo, Hot Boy Yo-Yo, bam, Nuck If You Buck, they tag you.
Right. Now let me ask you this. I know cross-promoting with another type cross-promoting with two different social medias like Facebook and Instagram. But let me ask you this. Can't you comment videos on Facebook as well?
You can.
So, well, that would kind of defeat the purpose, right? Because what I don't want to do, I don't want to lose views to jump on another engagement. You won't?
No, because they have to they still have to watch you on Facebook to have the song playing. You're trying to have them engage while they're watching you. So if I'm saying, yo, get down, let me see you on Instagram, tag me, I'm not saying shut Facebook down and find me on Instagram. You might not even be streaming on Instagram, right? But what it is, the music is going to keep playing. They're going to be filming, hey, with you in the background maybe, or whatever. They'll just be filming themselves in the living room, but your music is the background.
Right.
I get the concern though, that if I do this, they might leave this platform to jump there and I don't want to lose viewership. I don't think that's going to happen. But again, it's an experiment. Test it out. You're only doing it for one song and watch if your numbers drop. If you find your numbers are dramatically dropping, then people might be logging off a lot. You can't say that that's exactly what's happening, but you can make an inference as to like, okay, this is what's going on. Like I know when I'm streaming and my numbers dramatically dropped, Facebook either blocked the video or they muted a song.
Right.
Right. I can't tell until I'm done with the stream.
Now, the crazy part is about that, you know, I got on the webinar a couple of times ago, and I think I kind of asked you a question on how to not get flagged, you know. You told me just stay consistent and just keep going, get back on. Now I have built the audience where when I get flagged to go off or something going wrong, they let me know. And I get off, I can be up to like maybe 141. And I get off and reset it, put my caption back up there and everything. And I instantly jump to 61. Now I won't gain everybody back, but it is gradually get back up to where it was or maybe even more. So I just don't want to take that risk in, you know, them going to another platform. Like I don't want to overwork them.
Okay.
That's my only thing.
So overwork them, meaning like sending them to different platforms?
Right.
I don't think so. But the thing, you can comment in Facebook, but have people been able to upload? Test it then. See if people can upload videos in the comments on Facebook.
Okay.
Right?
I'll try that out.
I haven't seen that happening, but try it and see if
Yeah,
that works.
They'll pretty much go kind of, you know, it's a pretty good crowd. They'll pretty much go wherever I take them, you know. So I never had that problem.
I would say test it out for one song, because let's say people do it. I highly doubt, like if you said that and I'm watching you and I want to participate in this, I'm not going to turn off the stream on Facebook. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to film while you're playing and show me getting down. Right?
Now, there will be a process that the phone would allow them to do, or will they have to have damn near 2 devices? Because I have several people send me pictures. You know, I know a lot of people not really fortunate enough to do or have a certain type of phone or device, but a lot of people are. I encourage them to hook up a Bluetooth speaker so they can hear it, because the music's coming through clear, because we're using the iRig too. But a lot of people are putting this on their TVs. Like they're watching Facebook Live on TV, so they can play it through the surround sound or theater system or whatever. So that's what they're doing. So that's just for a few people that I know for a fact that's doing that. But for the majority that's not doing it, how can they, you know, do the phone have a certain setting so I can kind of slide that in, tell them to put it on this type of setting so you can watch me on Facebook and record it, or challenge them to see who has a phone that can do it?
Yeah. It's a good question. I like the way you think. You think through all the different options.
Man. That's all.
Yeah. I wouldn't want you to overthink this though. That's the thing. And how that prevents you from trying it. What's most likely, so if we take a look at, most households have multiple phones.
Right.
So if you can say, hey, listen, we're trying this challenge, or I want you to try this thing. If you're streaming on Facebook, if you're streaming on your phone and can't get off it, borrow your sister's phone and film yourself doing this.
Right.
I'm sure there's more than one phone.
Right.
Right. So maybe that's how you can work around that.
Mm-hmm. I definitely would put that in my, you know what I'm saying, put that on my palette and definitely try that out probably for this weekend.
Yeah.
But it'll be I don't know what time zone, because I'm in Central Time. What time zone are you?
I'm Pacific. I'm in LA.
Okay, so when it's like maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock for me, what time is it for you?
You're 2 hours ahead of me. So if it's 10:30 for you, it's 8:30 for me.
I mean, I know you probably, I ain't not gonna say you're not gigging, but at the same time, it'll do a great bit of deal, man, a great pleasure, man, if you hopped on, you know what I'm saying, and checked it out. So everything we talking about now, even the people that are watching us now, even if y'all hopped on, and this would be like a real live, it'd be like on the job training. So everything we talking about right now, I'm gonna definitely put it to the test, and I'm not gonna.
You got COVID, bro? What the heck? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, that was my 2 cough minimum. I got a 2 cough minimum. That was my 2 cough minimum, man. I have no more coughers. So, I definitely want to put that to the test so everybody can see. And I encourage everybody to try this, man. Let's bring some ideas to the table, and we can, try them. You know what I'm saying? I want to jump on somebody else Facebook Live or Instagram live streaming, man, and see what it is that they are doing in a different market. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just went on, so I'm following you and please, can you send me a reminder, and I will do my best to hop on, because I do a Saturday thing as well. I've been doing streams on my rooftop.
Right. I saw that.
Oh.
And I thought that was really, really, really dope. Thought it was dope. And me, I'm more of a technical guy. I try to figure out how things are working. The camera angles. I know you had somebody helping you film, but it was dope. It was dope. It gave me more than a panoramic view of everything that was going on. I knew exactly where you was, why you was up there. I knew who was rocking with you. I can see you from their view and our view, and the person who was even filming you, I saw their view. So that was dope. That was dope. I mean, in a nutshell, like if I had some shit like that, I normally have a videographer, man, and just capture that moment and let's package this shit up and let's sell it on to the next. But what you did was dope. And then that was a live stream with all that?
Not with all those things. So what you saw on Instagram was the edited video of the whole thing. So I actually put all that together.
Okay.
I had 2 cameras, one giving you the wide shot from behind, one giving that angle shot so you can see me work, and then my friend going around.
Right.
There was a camera in front of me. That's how I was live streaming on IG in the moment. Because you can't do multiple angles with Instagram.
Right.
And then I had the phone next to me that I was supposed to be streaming on Facebook, but that wasn't working right. So I just left it alone. So once all that was done, I literally spent 6 hours or so editing all that footage together. It took a while.
Okay. It was a great bit of work, and the clarity was right. You know what I'm saying? The resolution was right. The sound was on point. And I mean, everything was perfect. That's what, by you being on here hosting the webinar and kind of giving those pointers on what's going on, when I look back at that, that's what I expect to see. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that's down there impossible, because you are the person that's giving those pointers. So, you got to lead by example. So I really believe in that. So that would really make me check my email almost every other day, even though I'm experiencing certain areas, to see what can I learn from this webinar. You know what I mean?
Dope. Thank you. That
Another question I want to ask you before I probably get off, because I know people tired of me probably talking. It's not definitely about me, but at the same time, I have, you know how you can have a Facebook fan page?
Yes.
I have one of those. All right. Can you live stream from that, or you have to? How does that work?
Yeah, you can do both. So multicasting. That's what I was explaining earlier. So now when I live stream my general sets at home, I'm hitting Facebook, but my Facebook personal page and my Facebook fan page.
Okay.
and YouTube and Twitch all at the same time. There is even a way to live stream to Instagram. I haven't experimented with that just yet, but I will this week. Excuse me. So I do that through restream.io. Jay Cool is cool with your questions, so keep asking. I know Marquise has a question, so Marquise, I'll get to you. So within Restream, I can simultaneously hit both of those pages at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have Restream, what I do is stream to my fan page, and then I get on I'm streaming with my laptop on my Facebook fan page, and then I get on my music page, my music setup, get online there, and then share it to my personal page. So I'm not overloading my streaming computer.
Right.
That way I'm able to hit both at once.
Okay.
Without having to spend the money to do Restream.
All right, so I think what you're doing that I'm not doing, when you're streaming, you're actually using a laptop.
I have a specific laptop for streaming, yes.
Okay, yeah, see, I'm only using the laptop to actually work, and I'm only using mobile devices to stream.
Right, which is the same thing that Marquise was doing, right?
Okay.
And so that's why I said Marquise, that's why I asked him about his backup plan, because then his issue was he got booted and couldn't get back on. Mm-hmm. So if you get booted, what are you going to do? What's your backup plan at that point? So and this is also me connecting the conversation I had with Asia to this. Every time you do it, you try something different, not just in the performance aspect, but on the technology aspect as well, to see what can you improve for the next one. So when I started live streaming, I just used my iPad, and I was just streaming on Facebook, and people can only see me. They can only see my face. Then people were like, hey, we want to see your hands. So I'm like, okay, let me figure out a way to do it. So I borrowed another laptop. It's actually my mom's laptop. She ain't using it. So I was like, let me get that real quick. And then figured out how to attach a second camera to, so they can see my hands. And then I had to find a way to switch. So it gets complicated. You have to find streaming software that you can use that allows you to switch between cameras. You have to have the hardware that the computer can read your camera as a webcam, because you can't plug your digital camera in and your computer recognize it. There's a few other steps that have to come in place. Do you have access to a second laptop?
Yes, but I do. But am I opposed to using it? No, I'm not. I'm just not that into this thing. Like, I want to use a laptop to do it. I feel like for DJ of your stature, that's something that would be
No.
You don't think so?
Nope. That's not. Okay, mindset is important. So what you're saying is a DJ of my stature, right, can do this, but you're not there, so it doesn't make sense to you.
Not so much of that. It's not. I don't feel like it's very important, because I would have to take, I'm looking to take this iRig on the road with me. So, because I just just started using it, you know what I'm saying? We just started using the iRig. So I figured it's a great deal to take on the road with me to see what I actually do. And it would kind of give a more instant thing versus waiting on the videography to edit the video and get it back to me to show people what happened. Like, they can see it right then and there. So that's the reason why I'm gonna take the iRig on the road with me. But to take the iRig, a laptop, and all that, and normally I have, when I DJ, sometimes I don't play the music. Like, I have a DJ with me because I DJ with a band. I have a live band that I DJ with sometimes as well. So I'm normally in the forefront. That's why a lot of my videos, you see me in the front of the stage and doing the MCing, but I still write the sets and shit like that. So I'd be able to capture that moment with the iRig live. But for me to have a laptop and an iRig and I'm just MCing, it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? On my end.
I understand. So then the question then becomes, what can you set up? Same thing with Asia, right? What can you do that's the minimal thing, but can get you the most kind of impact, right?
Right.
So It's not. So the thing that I was referencing actually was the editing of the video that takes time, right? That took multiple camera angles because the first video I did had a certain look and I said, okay, I want to try something different. So I did that. But the 2-camera solution was in response to people when I do my live streams from inside the house, right? Like tomorrow I'm doing a charity live stream inside, and I'm looking over here because my setup is on this side.
No problem.
But the principle behind it is that people can see me work. So it's all contained.
Right.
And I don't have to edit a second video. My Mac is gonna die. Let me just plug this in real quick. And the point I'm trying to make is, for you want to be able to document this somehow, which is why I told Marquise, document this, because you can use this footage for further promo.
Right.
And maybe the second laptop, if you're considering taking this on a show and you want to continue live streaming for people, if this is your stage, and here's the front of the stage, right? So you're all across it here. You're running around. The DJ booth is back here. You guys are looking, the crowd is looking this way.
Right.
You can set your streaming laptop on this side so it catches the whole angle. You don't have to worry about multiple angles and videographers. I'm not talking about editing video the way that I do it. I'm talking about how can people see what you're doing. And I ask about a second laptop system specifically so that, because right now you're streaming on your phone through Facebook.
Right.
Right. So if you do it on a laptop, you can free up your phone to do Instagram.
Right. But not so much of a but another problem I run into when I go into these arenas and coliseums, even though the Wi-Fi may be free because of the building has poor cell phone signal. I know everybody been to a concert and the signal is poo. My cell phone signal might not be good enough, and the building Wi-Fi might be overloaded because the Coliseum Wi-Fi might be overloaded because everybody's using it, and it's kind of difficult for me to stream with no signal.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then in that case, you put that in your rider to make sure that you can have a dedicated network. If this is something you want to do, if you don't want to do this, then all this is irrelevant. But
right.
If you want to like continued live streaming, then in your rider, you put down, I need dedicated Wi-Fi access, a network just for me and what I'm doing. And you buy a hotspot, a device that's just for you, that you can take to different arenas and try to stream that way. Hopefully the signal can work effectively. Like it's touch and go based on where you are, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's something to consider. You're thinking long-term right now, and I love it.
Right.
I want you to take this thinking right now and just apply it to what you have going on here. So if you want to stream on multiple platforms at once, you can either multicast your stream using Restream.io is free. Actually, you can stream to multiple platforms on once. There's just the branding in there. You won't get as many features, but it'll give you access to be able to hit, let's say, Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and Twitch.
Okay.
If you do a second laptop, you use that laptop for Facebook, you use your phone for Instagram. That's another option that's presented to you if you want to reach some more people. We talked about the idea of the challenge and trying to engage people to stay active within your Facebook feed for now.
Right.
And then possibly experiment trying to have them film themselves on Instagram maybe, but maybe just start with Facebook for now.
Okay.
And then I think that's the majority of what we covered. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Definitely with your flyers. No, see, that's the other thing. Like something you can do if you, what I was thinking is like, you can also use your phone. If you're streaming with your laptop, you can say, yo, we're live right now. Check me out on Facebook. Here's the address. Cool. Just quickly throw that in your story and let that be promo so that people that are fans of you can check you out if they're not checking you out already.
Right.
So you can continue to spread the word. Are you building an email list for yourself?
When you say email list, am I encouraging people to inbox me, email me to be a potential client, or?
Yes, ultimately, but are you developing a list of emails so that you have a way to get in touch with fans that want to follow you and what you're doing?
Well, I kind of promote my email, but I'm not engaging it. Like, a lot of people more or less inbox me or DM me, whichever site, social media handle that I'm on. They'll use that as an email. I normally only email contracts and things of that nature. You know what I mean? I'm not engaging, people to email me for anything like that. They would directly hit me up in the DM or the inbox.
Definitely. Okay. So something to think about as a way to grow your fan base is to develop an email list where people can sign up and you send out updates on what you're doing, when you're streaming next, the events you're doing, whatnot. And that's a way for you long-term, when you want to do events on your own or go out and do stuff, you say, listen, I got an email list of X amount of people that, stay connected with me. So now
it's funny you mentioned that. Now, I did a little research, and I know emails, a lot of people, that's where the money is, because a lot of corporate people really mainly work through emails because they're sitting at a desk all day. I understand it. I want to be in your mobile devices, like right there in the palm of your hand, like a text message, something like that. If anybody tuned in to, every DJ on here probably had to hear about it or either tune in on what he got going on. DJ D-Nice. He has a deal. Most DJs was DJing and they'll post a Cash App or whatever. He had like a phone number and he pinned it. And when you text that number while he DJing, it'll send you a text back like, yo, this DJ D-Nice, drop your information. I'm gonna get back with you. And you leave your name, your city you're from, and your gender of that nature. And then if you don't put it, it'll send you another text like, yo, you forgot to drop it. It's like it's him, but it'll be like, yo, you forgot to drop this. And I look at that as he collecting all his data in his database. So whenever he go to Chicago or Florida, he just tap in and it sends out a text to everybody from that market. I did some research and looked at that. That's just like $500 a month. It's like $1,000 a month. So that's something that's very not affordable for me, but I need something of that nature that I can work that would be affordable. What you suggest?
I would start with email. So you can start with MailChimp. Like there are sites. So I've seen those kind of automated texting things. I've used them myself. You're noticing that maybe you're noticing, but I've been noticing that a lot of people with big followings have been putting up numbers like text me at this number. They're doing the exact same thing. It's just another data point. So but it's an effective data point, right? Because with mobile, like you're saying, you can get instant access to people. People tend to check their text messaging more than they do their email.
Right.
But I wouldn't discount emails, right, over phone number. Like get both if you can. Okay. And those services get pricey because every text that gets sent and received costs like a cent. So depending on the level of money that you got, right, it gets super pricey real quick, but
I'm broke.
So MailChimp, I think, would be the best starting place because you can have up to 2,000 emails for free. After that, you have to start paying. And then those plans range from like $15 up, depending on how many people you have on your list.
Now, this is when you say, what is called?
MailChimp.
And that's for emails or that's for mobile devices?
That's for emails.
Okay.
Mobile devices, I doubt that you'll find something that's for free. If there's something that if there is a service, I don't think it'll be like $500 a month. I'm sure there's some that cost maybe like $50 a month, but they give you like up to 500 texts that get sent and received. And if you surpass that, it costs like 3 cents a text at that point.
Okay. Now, what about this device like not really a device. This automotive thing, I mean, this thing like you can tell them to text like a 6-digit number, and when they text it, like it kicks it back. Kind of like the same thing, but it's only like a 6-digit number.
Yeah, those are good too. But it tells you, I've used one of those as well. It was part of a plan that cost like $70 a month.
Okay.
I stopped after a certain point because it also didn't do things the way that I wanted to do them. So I got off it. But
I would want to use it like a digital card. You know what I mean? So if they text it while I'm DJing on Facebook, if I pin that on my Facebook Live or whatever, and they text that number, I tell them to text that number, and it kicks them my booking information, my email, you know, my other handle, you know, if you missed this, catch me over here, or something like that, but just low in cost.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to do a little bit of research to see what services are out there and how much they cost.
Right.
I think Textiful is one that I use right now. That's a good one. And I don't think it's that expensive, but it depends on the plan you get, and it depends on how many texts go back and forth. So the thing about those is, let's say you text me right now. Mm-hmm. That's one. You get an auto respond text. 2, you respond. 3, I give you another response. That's 4. Back and forth. If your plan only consists of 500 texts, that's 4 with one person. So that adds up.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean? That's why it can get expensive really quick.
Okay.
And that's why it costs so high. So I don't know if you'll find anything for free. That's why I'm recommending something like MailChimp right now.
Okay.
Start there, and then you can always email people and say, hey, feel free to, you know, text or send me your number or update your information here with me. And then, you know, whatever, I'll hook you up with something.
Now, do they the MailChimp, do they give you the option to where your email go, whether it's like a spam or a promotion or urgent or?
No. So that's a whole process. So email marketing is a whole thing in and of itself. And it's a longer conversation. What I would recommend is check it out, go online, see what it's about, and just get started, experiment with it and see how it works for you. But I think for now, with the things that I understood about what you've done and what you're trying to do for yourself as a career and push yourself as the forefront, where people can see Yoshi for Yoshi and not Yoshi as attached to these other entities.
Right.
This is a good way to start going about that.
Okay.
For no money.
No money. Some broke.
But yeah, for now. But I think I'm very happy to have and to be talking with you, because I'm really getting a sense of how you're thinking. And what I'm catching, you know, between like you and Marquise is that you guys are giving it a shot, right? And that's the difference between making something happen and staying where you are, is taking action. And that's why I'm saying try it and see what happens. What I would be wary of with you in particular is, because I see how you think about things, I'm the same kind. I do the same thing. I can outthink myself out of a situation. Doing those rooftop things, if I'm completely transparent with you all, was fucking nerve-wracking for me, because I was super concerned as to whether or not I'd be causing trouble in these streets. A brother ain't trying to die. I'm kidding. Well, I ain't trying, you know, I just don't want to cause problems, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a go and see what happens. But I was pretty close to not doing it at all. And if I didn't do it, we wouldn't be talking about it. So think of it, everybody that's listening, think of your career as an experiment, and everything you do, you're testing out to see what works and what doesn't. If it doesn't work, what can you do different? And try it again to see if it'll work. If it does work, what can you do to improve upon that? If you're constantly looking at your career as a source of like testing and improving iteration, you're more likely to have some kind of success down the line versus like just not trying it because you don't know. And fear is a real thing. It really is. But
yeah, that's one of my biggest things is I'm so clever and think of these clever ass, creative ass ideas to do. Like, I fucking bought a car into a party. Like, that was unheard of. Like, nobody never fucking done that before.
right.
Unless you see this shit on TV or at a concert or something. Like, I bought a car into a party. That was different. It was like far-fetched for the market that I'm in. But it's critical thinking. Like, it's very critical thinking. And I don't plan that shit. It's like I'm luckily and fortunate enough to know quite a few people that can put things together for me as rapid as they happen. But it'd be luck. Now, if I would have planned this, it probably wouldn't have went as good as it went. You know what I'm saying? As the best way it went. But because I did it so quick and it was last minute, it happened. It's like when I plan it, it don't go as well. But when I spare the moment, this shit, it works.
Yeah. So that's a strength of yours. Run on your instinct, right? Let me encourage you to like keep fostering that ability to come up with ideas and run with it, because that seems to be working for you, right? When we start over analyzing, it's the paralysis of analysis, and it'll mess with your instinctual abilities. So if you think of an idea, go for it. See what happens. Right? The worst that happens is that it doesn't work. The worst thing that happens is that your numbers drop for a little bit, but they'll come right back up, because if someone is going to sign off on Facebook, for example, to get on Instagram, well, once they're done on Instagram, they want to keep coming back to the party. So they want to come back and see what you're doing, right? Just test it out. And just be mindful of what's going on in the moment so you can assess what's going on in real time. And if you have like a piece of paper next to you, you can write down or make a note on your laptop some way, somehow. So you have some kind of record of what's happening. Make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Great.
definitely appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Please forward me your flyer for this Saturday's thing. And I will try to hop on for everybody here. I will definitely try to hop on and check out your streams, even if for a little bit. Does that sound good?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great. So please also come back to next week's call and let me know how it goes. I'm curious.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, sounds good. Great meeting you, Yoshi.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah. That was a really good conversation. That was great. And Marquise, I'm bringing you on. Hey, brother. Oh, I'm unmuting you.
All right, there we go. Hey, so quick couple things. Yoshi, I appreciate what you said. You gave me some great ideas also. I'm in Houston, so hopefully we can link up one day and do some things.
Are you gonna bring a car into your gospel stream? Because I want to see that.
No, I'm not gonna bring a car.
Damn. Okay.
I was thinking Yoshi took Saturday, so I'm thinking about Friday doing a grown and sexy for Friday now, because Yoshi took my Saturday.
No, well, no. Well, here's the thing. Take your Saturday. Your audience is not Yoshi's audience. Do you know what I mean?
I know. I'm messing with him.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving him a hard time. I did follow Yoshi, and I followed everyone who posted their link. But my thing to you would be, let's keep this going even after the COVID-19 has kind of died down, because I see a lot of greatness out of this. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're having some of the most best conversations ever. Like, we're not just jibber jabbering. We're having, Q&A, real Q&A sessions that you don't get on a regular.
No, you don't.
My mindset's a little different because I'm a little older. I'm a little seasoned like my man from last week.
Yes.
I look at things a lot different, and I want to help. If certain DJs don't have it and I have it, please inbox us all. Say, hey, do you have this sound? Do you have that sound? Let's share the music and share the knowledge. As DJ TLM would say, share the knowledge. Because if we don't, We're out here, just out here. And the struggle is real. Like right now, I'm sitting in my garage. People are like, what's all that in the background? I'm in my garage because this is my quote unquote place of peace.
Yes.
So this is where I do my, this is where I get my practice in. So I encourage everyone to have a spot where they get their practice in, get on the webinar with you.
Yeah.
Do what they do because man, it's for real.
Yeah. Yeah. And to your point, that's part of the reason I started this. This is an ongoing thing that I call the For the Culture series. And I haven't really promoted the website yet, but for all those, I'm going to type it in. For all those that are interested in seeing, you can see I've posted up all the webinars I've done to date. I posted up the coaching calls that I've had, and here's like a central place where everybody can watch and learn. This is the time, to your point, right? Like where the intention of this series is to we can all come together and have these kind of conversations. Like these kind of conversations, if I were coming up, would have drastically changed my career, dramatically made a difference.
You and I both.
Right. And it's taken me, I thought I was DJing for only 20 years. Actually, I realized it's over 21 years at this point. Like that time, it comes like we know we've seen certain things, right? And there are commonalities in our experiences. And one thing that I wish I had more of was a forum like this to like ask questions and get answers and talk through things. And that's the thing that my approach in particular, it's as a coach, it's like, let's look at what's going on. And it's not just, and I do this with all my students, it's here is your homework. Why have you done it? If not, what's going on? And as a coach, it's my job to help you see what these blocks are in front of you so that you can recognize what's happening, because sometimes we may not see it, right? Like in talking with Yoshi, I recognize something in him that I've seen in myself, which is I can overanalyze. And in that overanalysis, it stops me from taking, right? All of us, it's a theme, it's a human thing. Like we can overanalyze to our detriment, that then nothing is happening. This is why in all my emails, I've been encouraging people to show up, to take action, because with action comes clarity. We don't know, and it's okay to not know, but it's not okay to stay where you are because you don't know. You have to take that first step, which is sometimes the hardest and scariest. Even the second one, again, to be fully transparent, don't think like I'm this, I got it all covered. Like, again, I had knots in my stomach. I had mini panic attacks because I was just nervous about doing this again and maybe getting in trouble again. Like, this is a real thing. But it went fine, right? I realized, and I observed throughout the thing, throughout all the Saturday, up until it was over, that I was psyching myself out, needlessly psyching myself out. I'm sharing this experience to tell you that it's fucking scary at times, but it doesn't mean you should walk away from it. The fear is the thing that I should go toward. And I definitely considered staying at home and just canceling that session. You're right. I just want to be completely honest to share that I'm human. And these extraordinary feats that you might see people accomplish, don't think that everybody was confident enough to like go attack it. I feel way more confident doing it again this time, but this third round, I'm like, at this point, if something happens, something happens. But track record shows that maybe it won't. But I'm still gonna go for it. Because that's where the magic happens.
So for me, my first gospel was great.
Yes.
The first 35 minutes of it. I've never done it.
Yeah.
You know, you and I spoke on it. I've done hip hop. So for me, that first 35 minutes was awesome.
Great.
And like you said, I had to go for a drive for an hour and a half just to get my mind together. I called my father-in-law and asked him to pray with me so I can settle down.
Great.
Literally settle down.
Yes.
Because I was so nervous inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I do my Grown and Sexy coming up this Friday, I'm okay because I know what to expect.
Yeah.
When I do my hip hop probably Saturday night, it's okay. I know what to expect. Sunday, my gospel. I know I've calmed down so much. It's like, okay, no matter what everybody else throw at me, I'm good because
Yeah.
I know this is trying times. And the world needs us DJs.
They do. They
The
do.
world, and I say this to everybody, not only to you guys on the webinar, but even to myself. The world needs us DJs because no matter what people go through and they don't talk about, music is an outlet for them. Good music is an outlet. You played house music Saturday night. Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, Sunday.
Oh yeah, Sunday. You were on.
Yeah, I got on for a little bit. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I was blown away.
Thank you.
And I looked at what you using, your equipment you was using, and I went and looked it up and I said, okay, 2-channel, this, that, and the other, Technique 8400s.
No. My turntables?
They have a Technique 8400 now.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Because
Probably.
it's all through Serato, there's no needles, no nothing. And I was blown away by it. I was like, whoa. So for me, it's like, okay, I see what he's using, I see what I'm using, because I'm growing out of what I have now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at upgrading. I'll probably go up to a step or two up above, but I can't thank you enough.
Oh man, it's my pleasure. It makes me so happy to hear that it's been helpful. You know, that's the only thing that I can hope for, that just a little bit that, you know, our little discussions can lead to some kind of effect for you. It means a lot for me. Thank you.
So for everyone, I want you to practice, practice, practice. Whether it's your fading, your transitions, you're fading in and out, you're scratching, finding different ways to transition, your echo transition, your treble bass transition, your highs, lows transition. Practice, because right now is the perfect time for us DJs to practice the most.
Yeah.
Yesterday I didn't practice. I came home, I did what I did, I hung out with my daughter. Today I didn't practice webinar. Tomorrow you can best believe I'm on it.
Damn. That's
15 to 20 minutes, like you said last call, 15 to 20 minutes, you get it, stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even for my 30 minutes of gospel, I know exactly now.
Wonderful, man. Happy. I'm so happy to hear this. And thank you for continuing to come back and engage in dialogue. I encourage everybody to come back, like check in with me, let me know what's going on, email me, you know, message me with questions. I do my best to respond to everybody. And just know that like I'm developing things, it's for our benefit, right? I'm developing the show up challenge that's going to happen in a couple weeks is designed to help you grow your followers, to help you learn the skills of self-promotion, to help you ultimately possibly book some more gigs, if not now for live streams in the future, like it's happened with you. And there's master classes. I'm gonna be holding master classes next month. And the Spin to Six program will reopen again in end of May, early July.
End of the corona.
End of the corona. So, you know, there's like things, all these things are being developed in service to help benefit your career. There's not a lot that's out there to do that. And so it was important for me to help create a forum that we can all come together and talk about these things.
So I will say this to you, and I'm done. Cool. You and DJ TLM, DJ Carlos are some of the guys who've helped me. DJ TLM, I would suggest anyone to look his scratch tutorial up on YouTube. He gives a baby scratch up to advanced scratch on YouTube.
It's great.
DJ Carlos does the exact same thing. I've seen some of your YouTube videos where you've explained the business side of it.
Yeah, that's my focus.
Which is help, man. Oh my God. I think that's why I got started getting on the calls, because I started seeing the business side of things.
Yeah,
And I started understanding more.
that's the
So
thing.
I encourage everyone, whether you're new, starting at the bottom, or you advance, check these three guys out: DJ Carlos, DJ TLM, and yourself,
Thank you.
Shammy D. You guys are the most informational,
Great.
and I'm a little seasoned, of course, but I want to make sure that everyone understands that, hey, seasoned or not, we all have to grow.
Yes.
And if you're not trying to grow, you're in the wrong business, because this business grows daily.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I focus so much on the business end of things because for a lot of us, we have to learn how to self-manage. I'm basically, I don't have an agent. I don't have a manager. I don't have, nobody really taught me the way to figure this out. It's a lot of trial and error on my end, but I've gotten to 6 figures doing this, and I know it's possible. And this is why I'm so focused on the business side of things, because there's not a lot of this information out there. And
Right.
You're hearing it from someone that not just has done it, like has continued to do it, or is continuing to do it, because I still DJ full time. And this is kind of my way to help bring the community together and have you thinking about these concepts that maybe you haven't been thinking about before, because these are the things that are important for you to grow your business and get to the next level.
So before I go, I want to make sure I understand this correctly. Last week we talked about using the echo fade in and out, correct? So I mixed it with what you said. I used the turn the bass up a little bit, and the treble down and the bass up, whichever one you're using.
Bass down.
Yeah, the bass down, the treble up worked perfectly.
Nice. You don't need to actually try this time keeping your treble where it is, and tell me how that sounds when you do when you practice again.
Just turn the bass down?
Just turn the bass down. You can just leave the treble alone.
Okay, because I usually keep everything about right at the 12 o'clock.
Yep, leave it all at 12, and then just cut your bass when you're mixing in and out, depending on the track that we spoke about, and then let me know how that sounds to you.
So it went from using Wale's "Let's Chill," that's the name of the song.
Okay.
And so I went from that in the Chris Brown to everything now.
Yeah.
I'm using that concept with everything.
Yeah.
I have about 6 neighbors who normally stand outside like we're King of the Hill or something, the cartoon.
Uh-huh.
And they were outside. They was like, "Bro, you sound so much cleaner." So that's a tribute to you. So I mean, I'm not saying that, guys and ladies, to gas him up. I'm saying that because it's the truth. Try it. Try it. Try it. I promise you, try it. And if you guys ever get in a dark place, hit one of us up. I don't care if you hit me up, say, "Hey, when you get home, call me." Hit me up on Instagram, inbox me, let me know when you're in so we can get online together. I will do it, because I'm always looking for somebody to practice with, because I know I'm not right at all.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad that all this has been working out. And thank you for the generosity and being able to help foster community among everybody. I love it. J. Cool has a question. Okay, I'm going to get to J. Cool's question, and then we'll end it. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
I will see you at the webinar probably, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. I'll see you in a few. Okay, J. Cool, you are our last question. Greg, I'm glad you are here, sir. Oh, wait.
And just wanted to, jump in and introduce myself. Say what's up to everybody. Really enjoyed the info. Really enjoyed what you're doing, brother.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Really enjoyed it. All my questions was pretty much answered. Flyer situation, live streaming. I mean, it's something I've been doing for a minute anyway. Before we went in COVID, you know, I love doing it at actual parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's something. Go ahead.
What kind of tea you're drinking? That's my question.
Oh, I'm a tea fiend, man. I'm a tea fiend.
Yeah.
Right now I got a little jasmine and a little lemon ginger with a probiotic. So
I see you with the herbals.
yeah, I'm an herbal fiend, man.
I'm a tea fan myself, so I see.
Yeah, I'm an herbal fiend, bro. So yeah, man. Yeah, so I just wanted to jump on. You know, I've been missing them. You know, because I've been getting the time. You know, a little mixed up. You know, you being in Cali, I'm in Chicago. So 7 o'clock here, 3 o'clock there.
I see.
I think you say 5 o'clock your time, and you know.
Right.
So we've been missing a lot, but you know, definitely a lot of great info. You know, shout out to everybody. I seen a couple of follows. I see you follow me on IG. I'm definitely gonna do the same. And
yeah,
let's get it. I'm trying to get to 6, man.
I'm with it, man. I'm trying
to get to 6, man.
So how have your live streams been going? How often have you been live streaming?
I mean, you know what? Naturally, since it's been on COVID lockdown, it's mainly been pop-ups. It's been nothing planned. Agreeing with a lot of y'all said, I really don't plan too much. Even before COVID's like my DJ sets, like, you know, I noticed a lot of people prepare, you know, music in crates, me, go with the flow type dude. Kind of goes back to vinyl, you know, like back in the day when you mix with vinyl, you used to have that little skinny crate.
Yes.
You say, I'm gonna put all my house music in the skinny crate. You get there and 5 DJs that came before you can play house music. So you really don't want to kind of put yourself in that same. So you got, you know, the crates on the dolly and 2 more.
Right.
So that's kind of how I am. I mean, you can't prepare for nothing because you pretty much got to catch a vibe in my book. It's just, you know, from my standpoint, you got to catch the vibe, feel the vibe, and then go from the vibe. You know what I mean?
I see. I still think there's merit in preparation, because I remember actually in the Facebook group, some people were like, F preparation. I just wing it the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, that's a way to go too. But my approach has been like, let's just say, since you just said house, like I would do a house set. And so I prepared like, okay, I think this is a great program set, and I have it. And I might do another one, just a different set program. Let's say it's top 40. I have it ready to go. And I wing a lot of my stuff. But I have go-tos. So in the moment I know, okay, cool, I'm going to catch this house vibe real quick. And then I can go through this particular set that I've already.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Certain songs. You mean certain songs that, yeah, I mean, yeah, I got those, but try to stay away from them. Like,
I see.
Was it Yo-Yo, Hot Boy Yo-Yo?
Yeah, Yoshi. Hot Boy Yo-Yo.
Yoshi. You know, kind of like what he said, you know, it's certain, you know, it's already a stigma. You know, DJs nowadays, you know, every set's pretty much a turn up set. So I'm kind of like similar to him, you know, not always necessarily trying to be in that turn up element. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, the drill element. So, you know, I kind of like to, you know, venture everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
And as you should. What's your IG? One more time.
DJ J Cool 2005. For everything, you can do the Crowd King on everything, and you know the Crowd King, you know the IG J Cool, the Crowd King on IG, you know DJ J Cool, the Crowd King, the Crowd, you know it's the Crowd King, something to do with the Crowd King on all platforms.
Cool. You've been DJing for a while.
Yeah.
How
Very long time. Who, bro, man. I mean, put it this way. I'm the type of individual where as if I've always had a decent. Okay, 9 to 5. So, you know, I do DJing and 9 to 5, DJ 9 to 5, and 9 to 5 pretty much get the forefront.
Yes.
Versus the DJ. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, off and on since 97, 98-ish.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
A little longer than I've been doing it.
Yeah, definitely started in the vinyl era.
Yeah, same. So that I'm glad you stuck with it. Real talk.
Yeah,
because
definitely. That's my first love. That's my passion.
Yeah. I'm with it. So so you've been preparing, it sounds like you haven't been live streaming as much right now.
Correct.
Is that something you'd be willing to try? Can you do it?
No, so far I've been 2 weeks, 2 weeks maybe. I had to ask the wifey because I'm usually keeping her up with all the loud music. But I say maybe two weeks consecutively.
Okay.
Noticing that my Sunday streams have actually been going better than my Saturday streams. I don't know if because I wait till everybody else is off and then try to go live, and
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's something I noticed. But off and on, still views been pretty good. Interaction's been pretty good. Nothing I can complain about.
Good. I say keep going because you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Most
Cool.
definitely.
Because
I agree with everything you said. Definitely utilizing this coronavirus time as a platform to, take things a lot more seriously than the way I've taken them before. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna utilize.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. It sounds like you got it going on then.
Yeah, thanks to the emails, brother. I've been paying attention to all the emails, marketing plans. That's something I've done as well as promotion. And I was a firm believer. If you can't get booked for the venues or booked for the events, throw my own parties, throw my own events, throw my own venues. Something I've done a lot off and on. I will say, throughout the years, I've been blessed to have more successful events pop off versus, failed events. And naturally that came with, as you mentioned about the live streams, being consecutive with it. Continue to do them even though I may take an L here, may take an L there. I might have to come out of my pocket for security. But beauty about it is being a DJ, that's one less expense I got.
Yes, that's true.
Because I'm the DJ until it get cracking, and then I bring on other individuals.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, so,
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, keep coming back to the calls, brother, and anything that you want to chat about, more than happy to.
Most definitely. I will definitely be here next week for the marketing because that's my main thing. I'm more so, I love the info that you're giving as far as the behind the scenes info.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that's what's most important. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I'm definitely back in the process of looking at it as myself as being an artist.
Yeah.
And in order to grow the business, you have to look at yourself as being an artist.
Absolutely.
And just take it from that aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. The principles are principles regardless of what field it is, right? So I actually just had a one-on-one with my student today, and he's like, oh, I can see how what you're teaching me applies to my other businesses. And I'm like, hell yeah,
Yes.
because marketing is marketing, promo is promo, and the principles are the same thing regardless of what industry you're in. So what we're talking about in particular, and how the filter that I use with these principles is through the lens of DJing, right? How does this apply to what we got going on? If you happen to be a musician or, an MC or a producer, same thing. My whole lens is just DJs because I'm that, and I want to help our community out with all this. So dope. I'm glad that I'm glad that it's helpful. Send me the flyer for your stream. I want to hop on.
I'm gonna get to work on that. What's today? Today Tuesday. I get to work on that on the AM, and I'm definitely gonna be on both platforms. Facebook. I'm gonna check out Twitch. Now with Twitch, do you have to build the following base before you can like how does that because with YouTube you pretty much got to get the people to subscribe, things of that nature. Is Twitch the same?
Nah, Twitch, YouTube, the same in the sense that you can just open an account, and then ideally you have people follow
to build it.
Yeah,
that platform as all the other platforms.
Yeah. So Twitch has the same thing, that followers, but you can. I would say just start a page anyway. Get your name. Twitch.com, twitch.tv/jcool, or however you want to put the latter half of that, just so you have it, and then you can experiment with however you want to play with Twitch. And if you want to just live stream to Twitch and just see what happens. How I've been using Twitch has been a backup source. So actually, like last night midnight, I DJ'd for a friend of mine's birthday party. She lives out in New Zealand. So midnight my time is 7 p.m. her time. And we tried it on Zoom, but Zoom sound was having issues. So I told her, listen, point everybody to twitch.tv/ShammyD. Listen there, and then everybody can still stay on Zoom and talk and have a good time. So we worked it out that way. It became a nice fallback resource. So there weren't sound issues. If I got booted, I didn't have to get back on again, like with Facebook or something. So that's how I've been using it so far, and playing with how else to integrate that within future live streams or what else I can do.
Okay. Now that's something I may have to do. I may have to get an interface. I noticed y'all were talking about the iRig, so that's something I may have to do, get a mobile interface.
Yes,
So,
I recommend this one. The iRig 2 works, but I've been using the iRig.
I saw that today.
Yeah, I like it a lot because the iRig 2, it might be stereo, I'm not sure, but the stream is definitely stereo.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 All right, brother. I ain't gonna keep up too much of your time. Double XL, DJ Yoshi, DJ Ace. Already a follower. That's another Chicago DJ, DJ Ace. So yeah, so she definitely cool people.
HD?
Yeah.
Oh, she's Chicago? You Chicago?
Yeah, she's Chicago, yeah.
Oh, cool. That's what's up. Chicago in the house.
Yeah, she's Chicago. Yeah, she's Chicago. I see her respond. Yes, from the crib. Yes, she from the crib.
Yeah, represent.
Yeah. So man, so I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to next week. Definitely huge salute for what you're doing, brother.
Okay, appreciate it.
And I'm definitely gonna check out that Spin the Six, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Spin to 6. Actually, I'm trying to spin to 7, but we're gonna start at 6 first and get to 7. You follow me?
We gotta grow. We definitely gotta grow. Yes, sir.
No more 9 to 5. I'm spinning to 6. No more 9 to 5. Spinning to 6.
I'm with it, man. I'm completely with it. Let's get it in.
All right. I salute. I'm gonna let you get back to everybody else, bro.
For sure. Well, actually, I think you might be the last person. I'm gonna change you out to attendee. You are the last It's like 7:30 now. We started at 5. This was an amazing conversation. My lighting sucks right now. This was a really dope conversation. Thank you to everyone. I know Marquise bounced, but thank you to everyone for hopping on and great questions. Great. I love that. This is what it's about. And I hope, not enough DJs really take me up on this right now. And it's fine. I think people are learning about it and seeing what it is and trying out the information. So, tell your friends what's up and let them know that this is a resource available for a while. And let's have more of these conversations. It's great to get feedback from everybody and see what's going on. Jay Cool, I'll bring you. Did you have a question, brother? Jay Cool? Oops. I saw you raise your hand. I don't know if you had a question. Jay Cool, you had a question, bro?
Not really. Just more so. Oh, damn. Did you just bring me back in? You just brought me back in?
No. I unmuted you. I saw your hand was raised. I thought you had something else to say. So it's all good. It's all good. But thank you, everybody, for coming on. And I will do this again next week. Same time, same place. On the webinar coming up on Thursday, like I had mentioned earlier, I'm going to be talking with a few friends of mine about basics of marketing. So you can hop onto that and get an overall idea of what marketing is about. I think it'll be a great and very informative session for everyone involved. If there are topics in particular that you would like to learn more of, hit me up, and I'm open to hearing what your suggestions are, and we'll go from there. Until the next time, DM me your flyers for your live streams, or let me know when you're going on, and I'll see if I can pop in for a bit, and we'll go from there. Until next time, y'all, have a great night. Take care. Or peace. That's how I end all my stuff. Peace.